I just got here. Everyone, thank you for hanging out over the break. Let me put a stream marker. And we are about to take on the Kimono sisters. I feel like we have a pretty decent team. But just to recap, I may get everyone up to level 52 actually, but we're going to go ahead and lead with Huge Power Azu with Aqua Tail, Super Power, Aqua Jet, and Rain Dance. I'm probably going to pump a little bit of attack EVs into this, but Huge Power doubles this thing's attack, so it's actually pretty massive. And I'm pretty much leading with this to be able to... I guess I could Rain Dance. I could stall the Flareon out of Sunny Days, but I'll probably just hit it with an Aqua Tail and then switch into Charizard to finish it off. But the plan is to lead with Azu because Azu deals with the scariest thing to this team, which is Flareon, most immediately, and then can pivot through everything else. Lucario is pretty much only here for Umbreon, because nothing else on this team really deals with Umbreon very well. But between Aura Sphere and Close Combat, I don't suspect it'll be that big of a deal, and it also has a Lumberry, so if it gets Confused Raid, it can shake one off. And then if it's looking like it might get double Confused Raid, I can potentially pivot around, but since it's a Steel type and a Fighting type, it's able to take on the toxic portion of Umbreon at least, which is the most annoying part. And it quad resists Dark Pulse, which is nice. Spiritomb is mostly here to deal with Espeon. I think I'm gonna have to pivot into... So Espeon is the one that I'm a little sketched out about because, especially since I'm minus Spidef nature, Grass Knot could potentially actually do a lot to me. But I don't want to lead with Spiritomb because Spiritomb versus Flareon and Leafeon to a lesser extent. Leafeon is scary if Charizard has issues, but I think Umbreon is second, or Leafeon is second, so it's not that big of a deal. Hey Splee, how's it going? We're just reviewing the team really quick before taking on the Kimono sisters and making sure I have everything covered. I think on this team build, Espeon is the scariest. I think I still go straight into Spiritomb anyway because I don't want to risk a Espeon Psychic on Charizard. Like, I think Espeon Grass Knot on Spiritomb will still do less than a Psychic could do to Charizard, so I think that's still worth doing. And then Sucker Punch should be a pretty easy OHKO against Espeon, especially Sucker Punch into Shadow Sneak. Lantern is here to help with Jolteon / deal with Vaporeon and be backup for Glaceon. It doesn't really have a specific role in this battle, but Volt Absorb Lantern's just kind of too good to not bring against the evolutions, honestly. It can also deal as a Fire Blast switch in if I need it. But yeah. Next up, making team debut, is Mamoswine with Icy Wind, Ice Shard. Gonna be Strength, because I need to teach it that over Ancient Power. And Earthquake. Between Strength, which is a rock type move in this game, and Earthquake at Ice Shard, it has perfect coverage against this team. It's going to be a little difficult to switch it in, but Mamoswine does have a lot of HP, holy shit, so yeah. And then finally, Charizard, who will be having Charcoal instead of Choice Specs, is mostly here to help deal with the Leafeon, although now that I see that I'm minus Spidef, that's a little sketch. I think I'm going to give this thing... one second. I'm going to run one speed calc really quick before we get in here. Just to make sure I outspeed. If Charizard goes down, I have major issues against Leafeon. We'll say I'm level 52, because I will be. Okay. Let me level up Charizard to level 52 because according to this, I don't actually outspeed Leafeon right now. And that's a pretty important calc that I'm glad I checked for. I'd be even willing to go up to 53 on Charizard if I'm an outsped. Okay, I'll go to 53 just to guarantee I outspeed this Leafeon, because that's a pretty important range. And then while I'm here, we're gonna pump Azu up a little bit. Congratulations, Splee, you're actually here to watch yourself get used in the battle for the first time. Gotta pump you up with a little bit of protein first. Get some meat on them bones.
Just a little.
One of the nice things about raising Splee's base attack, by the way, is because it has huge power, Splee's attack is doubled, so each stat that it shows on the stat page for attack is actually, like, doubled. Which means that Azu actually has ridiculously high attack, even though it doesn't really seem like it should. How cute. Splee and Llamas are showing up to their first battle together. That's fitting.
Oh.
They've been sitting on the sidelines, and now it's their time to shine in the same battle
Splee,
together.
What kind of chicken? I need to know.
I don't know if Llamas is actually here, but Llamas is the mammal swine that's here.
I haven't seen Llamas like in chat, but Llamas is in the battle.
Llama,
There's a Pokemon named Llamas.
Llama's your mammal swine.
Llama's your mammal swine. Please fix in Discord. Do it.
Please do. Okay. I feel better having checked that speed calc. I think we're properly prepared now. Let me make sure the items are right. Actually, do I want Choice Band on Splee? Because if I'm potentially setting up Rain, I actually probably don't. I'm gonna go Mystic Water. Or it could be Scarf. I don't know if Scarf Azu actually outspeeds those. Azu has no speed investment and is fairly slow. I was gonna say that I did pick up the Mystic Water this run, right? Yes. Where are you at, Charcoal? There you are. I'm gonna give Mamoswine the Choice Band instead. Because I don't think Mamoswine is gonna be changing moves in battle. And Choice Band on it's better than Muscle Band. Okay. Let's quickly do this, because I think now we are prepared. Oh, hey, it's Bread. Bread, you lost because you didn't have an Azumarill.
Oh, sweet. That sounds delicious. Did you make it?
Oh.
Is it in Discord? Am I missing it?
Yum. Leafeon doesn't have a move to neutrally hit Charizard, right? Yeah. Okay. We're good. Alright.
Oh, there's a lot that I've missed in the food channel because I haven't watched that Taco Bell.
Oh.
That looks so good. Look at it.
Oh boy. Alright, I'm nervous for these battles. The Kimono girls are scary. So lead Umbreon versus Splee is actually the one situation where I want to switch out here. Technically speaking, I could go for a superpower right now, but it's much safer to switch into Lumberry Lucario because that's the reason it's here. Especially since it switches in for free on the Toxic, which allows me a free Aura Sphere, and Aura Sphere into Vacuum Wave should kill. And if it goes for Confuser, oh, okay, I'll just go for 2 Aura Spheres then. Alright, 1 down. They do not have a Hunch Crow. Thank you, Vac. I appreciate your conditional support as long as the team I'm playing does not have a Hunch Crow. That's so CEO. Unless they have a Hunch Crow. Okay. So the ideal play here, predicting a Grass Knot, would be to pivot through Charizard on the Grass Knot and then into Spiritomb on the Psychic. But because I need Charizard healthy for Leafeon, I'm actually just going to pivot straight into Spiritomb because Spiritomb's main role is to deal with Espeon in this. Whereas Charizard also has to pull double duty here. And it went for a Psychic anyway, which is nice. Sucker Punch should kill, but Sucker Punch and a Shadow Sneak definitely will. Nice. Okay, 2 down. At the battle of Kimono sister we haven't even met yet. That's not nice. Alright. For the 3rd consecutive evolution, we are immediately pivoting into our switch here. Leafeon should be pretty tempted to go for a Leaf Blade here, which Charizard quad resists. Yeah, you have to battle them all at once back to back without healing. Alright, Leafeon down. Another Kimono girl that we haven't even met yet. I feel like you should only be battling the ones that you actually like met in the story. Alright, so Glaceon is the only one that I don't have, like, a direct answer to. Blizzard, Shadow Ball, Ice Shard, Water Pulse. You probably see Shadow Ball as most damage right now, right? Or Blizzard. I can actually go Lucario because I still have my Lumberry, so if I get frozen by Blizzard, I just thaw immediately. I'm not using Lucario for anything else in this. Ooh, right into the water pulse. Why would you go for the water pulse against... Why would you go for the water pulse against Azu? That's weird. Okay. This is pretty important, so I'm going to take a quick second here to calculate if close combat kills here. Because if it doesn't, I'm actually in like a slightly awkward spot. Am I 51 or 52? I'm 51. With 133 attack, it's a guaranteed kill. Do I have 133 attack? I have 119, so it's absolutely not. I have 133 special attack. Okay, so it's like a 50-50 roll to kill with close combat, so that definitely isn't happening. What I could do is I could pivot into Lantern here, who resists everything. Chip this down with a Surf, switch back into Lucario and kill with a close combat. Lucario would basically be done at that point, but I think Lucario's would already be done at that point. Because I believe a crit water pulse would kill. Yeah, okay. So playing around the crit water pulse, I have to switch into... Goddamn. Good read. 195 down to 152, so it does 43. Since I don't need anything more than Chip, I think Thunderbolt is technically better here because I could also para. It's just gonna go for Ice Shard against me? Okay. Glaceon, you were doing so good with your predictions, buddy, and then you Ice Shard? Predicting me to go into my Dragonite, I guess? Do I need to keep... I battle Jolteon for Vaporeon. I may potentially need Lucario against Vaporeon. Or, I mean, a healthier Lantern against Vaporeon. So I think I need to switch into Lucario now on the predicted Shadow Ball and then kill this with close combat. Oof. Tough. Crit absolutely would have killed. This Glaceon was really hard to predict. I think it might have had random AI, because it did not go for the moves that I thought it was going to go for. Or like the moves that made most sense based on like the damage. But that's okay. Lucario luckily didn't get crit. I don't think it's really coming in against the remaining fights of this, so that's fine. Alright, we're halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway there. And Flareon is in. Flareon is fucking terrifying, so we're just gonna go for an Aqua Tail right away. Goes for a bite, don't flinch. Let's go, Splee! Fuck that Flareon. That Flareon is terrifying. You did it, Splee. You landed an Aqua Tail. In hindsight, I probably should have just taught you Waterfall, but I kind of wanted the extra damage, I guess. Is what I'll say, but I should have just taught you Waterfall, because that's 100% accurate and gets a flinch chance. Alright, so we actually have a couple of options here for what to do against Jolteon. Jolteon has Thunder, Shadow Ball, Double Team, and Thunder Wave. Since I want to keep Lantern healthy for the Vaporeon in the back, we're going to go and pivot Mamoswine here. It should be going for Thunder, yeah. And surprise, surprise, a Choice Banded Earthquake, assuming it lands, will decimate about 30 Jolteons. Yeah, it died. Look at that back sprite from Mamoswine. He's an Angie boy. Look at him growl. Do not fuck with llamas. Alright, and finally, we have Vaporeon, who has Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Quick Attack, and Acid Armor. Quite honestly, a pretty scary moveset. We're still not out of the woods quite yet here. Even though it seems like we're in a decent spot, this Vaporeon is actually pretty intimidating. We are going to go hard into Lantern. I maybe could have afforded to actually get a Volt Absorb against the Jolteon. 131 down to 92. I think I just Thunderbolt twice. Yeah, because in case it Acid Armors. Acid Armor raises regular defense, which is perfectly fine, because Thunderbolt is special. That's a big crit, because Vaporeon's really bulky. I was expecting that to be a 2-hit KO. Or, like, barely a 2-hit KO. Leftover sealed us out of range of a crit, so I wasn't really tripping about that. And we get through 7 battles, back-to-back, deathless. Nice. I feel like that went very well. Splee, shoutouts to being a fucking amazing pivot for that fight, because we were able to bait the Kimono girls into basically everything we needed. We're gonna delay the Tidal Bell portion of this, because it's just running to get Lugia. And spoilers, I have a Smoke Ball, so I can just run from Lugia, and I'm not going to be using it as my encounter even if I could. I mostly just wanted to get through that battle tonight, because I'm probably not going to be able to stream Pokemon again until next week, and I just wanted to get that hard battle out of the way, so I could start planning for the next hard battles, because this game's nothing but hard battles from here on out, basically. So next time on Pokemon, we will be taking on Lugia / running from Lugia as soon as we can. And then going on to Victory Road to battle our rival one last time in Johto. And then prepping for the Elite Four, because I don't think I'm going to be doing Elite Four next stream. But we could potentially be starting Elite Four prep next stream, which would mean the Elite Four and Lance battles are coming soon. I actually noticed when I was making my last videos that we're coming up on almost a solid year of this Nuzlocke, so it's kind of cool that almost like a year to the day of starting it will probably be when we're actually doing our Elite Four run. So we'll spend some time prepping for that, because I definitely want to make sure that goes well. So this will definitely wrap it up for us for tonight. Yeah, I finished already.
Oh wow, good job.
Thanks.
That's faster than I thought.
Yeah.
I know sometimes these can be longer, so I guess I'm sorry I made you take a break.
No, it's okay. Honestly, I kind of needed the break to make sure my team worked because
You
there
know
were a
what?
couple of things I had to check.
It's probably good to take a break before starting so you can get prepared.
Oh, nice.
With
Ness
other
is still
stuff.
playing Pokemon. I
Oh
feel like
hell yeah!
I feel like oh, she just leveled up a Vaporeon. We just killed a Vaporeon. It's perfect.
Meant to be.
All right. Is it the underscore Ness?